Hey guys, today I have pick a card reading. Who's got their eye on you? Who's kind of interested in you right now, or is there like who's got their attention on you at this time? So yeah, I have four piles to choose from, and yeah, this reading is probably going to be a little bit shorter than my typical readings have been. Just want to give myself a little bit of a break from the longer readings. But yeah, so yeah, go ahead and choose your pile, and we'll see who's got their eye on you. Alright, pile one. So you guys chose, if you chose based off of the thumbnail image, then you chose that little bird. Or you just chose pile one. Hi, welcome to your reading. Let's see who's got their eye on you. So the first card you have is Pallas Athena, think. So to describe this person, and who's got their eye on you, I think this is someone who is very smart, possibly very smart. Maybe thinks a lot. For some of you, this could be someone who's like very up in their head a lot, always thinking about something, and maybe they seem a little bit spacey because they're always thinking. It could come across that way. But I also feel like for some of you, you could resonate with having like deep conversations with this person. And this person is a deep thinker, so you could like probably connect with this person on an intellectual level. And yeah, maybe for some of you, you've had deep conversations with this person. You really like this person's mind in some way, their intelligence, their ideas, opinions about things. And yeah, also since you did choose the bird, it does make me think that, like, the birds do make me think of communication. So maybe you've had, again, like deep conversations with this person, or maybe just many conversations. This might be someone, again, who's very smart. So um, I would say like maybe there's like some intellectual topics that come up when you talk with this person. For some of you, it could be that this person is and for some of you, so not for all of you, I do feel like for some of you this person can come across as a bit closed-minded, or like maybe if they think they know things, then they think that other people are automatically wrong, or maybe they're not always open to other people's perspectives because this person feels that this person could have a little bit of an ego. Maybe they feel that they're smart, and that's how you identify this person. Let's see. Actually, here, we'll do it this way. Okay, we have determination. Yeah, I feel like this could be someone who sometimes is very determined to prove a point. Or, like, I feel like this would be someone who gets a little bit heated in debates and maybe arguments. This would be someone who, I do feel like, since this person is smart, this person wouldn't be afraid to challenge someone else's thought or idea. And I feel like it could lead to things like Google it. And like, it's like they're usually probably right, I would assume. But yeah, I am getting this sort of like kind of like with this determination energy, like unstoppable at times. So maybe a bit stubborn even. That this person might be a little bit stubborn at times. Um, I feel like for some of you, this person could feel a bit misunderstood because I feel like this person does really value maybe being right about things, not necessarily for the sake of just always being right, but just because this person wants to know the truth about things. And that could lead to, again, that sort of look it up, Google it. I know I'm right. I've done research on this, or something like that. So yeah, I do feel like this is someone who is very smart. We have cookie jar, temptation, indulgence, pleasure, instant gratification, enticing, forbidden, and sweet. Huh. Let's see, and then we also, okay, we have wisteria, so definitely this is probably a romantic connection for many of you. Someone that you are attracted to. This would be someone who has their eye on you. It could be that you've thought about what a long-term commitment with this person would look like, or it could even be that, you know, this person thinks about those types of things. But yeah, this would be someone that you could see yourself with for a long time. You know, there's like longevity, even if it's not a romantic connection. Like this would be this like wisteria energy is like commitment. And even with determination, yeah, it could definitely be that this is someone who's like very determined to like be committed to you in some way, or this could be someone who is very committed to things within their life. And they were like, it's with this determination energy, they will stop at nothing to achieve what they want. But yeah, wisteria definitely can be for some of you. It's like this is a little bit of a wedding card or a marriage card. So yeah, it's like maybe for some of you, you've envisioned marrying this person. For some of you, this is definitely like a romantic interest that's got their eye on you. And you, with the cookie jar too, I don't want to say it because what this card makes me think of, especially when it comes to like connections. And in this case, with wisteria coming out, this could be someone who you are very attracted to, but you feel is in some way a little bit dangerous or a little bit risky. Yeah, this person could be very enticing to you in some way. I wonder if for some of you, this person, because I do kind of get, like with this Pallas Athena think energy and determination, that this is someone who can be a little bit insensitive, especially when it comes to having debates and stuff like that. So I do feel like, yeah, this person you could recognize this person as someone who can be a bit insensitive. And I wonder for some of you with this cookie jar and wisteria that this is someone who's with the think energy too. Maybe they tend to kind of I keep wanting to say like over promise or something, and then they don't follow through with things. Or something about them seems really good, but then it's forbidden in some way. And with this sweet energy too, like I wonder if this person puts on like a sweet act to get like what they want. And yeah, I mean, especially with this like determination energy, it's like they would, for some of you, this person would stop at nothing to get what they want. Maybe that's acting a little sweet and like maybe wooing people or something like that. So be careful, because one of the messages here, and this is pretty negative, it could be that for some of you this is someone who made it seem like they wanted commitment and they wanted marriage, but they really just wanted some like instant gratification, and they put on like a sweet sort of persona, because, and yeah, especially if this person is smart, for some of you this person could be a little manipulative. So if they know someone wants like marriage and commitment, they might pretend that they want that in order to, you know, get certain things out of this connection. And we have nothing will come of this situation. I don't like how this is looking, guys. I hope this is not someone you're too attached to, because or at least maybe this reading doesn't resonate with you or it's wrong in some way. But what the energy I'm getting here is like maybe this person ghosted you, and maybe they're thinking about what they've done. If they like were very determined to get closer to you in some way and then suddenly kind of pulled back, nothing will come of this situation. There's something about this person that's not what they seem, is what I kind of get. So we have the Nine of Swords. We have the Four of Cups. And we also have the Hangman. So we have some Pisces energy here. Okay. I don't know if so I'm getting a little bit of a different message here that like kind of is pretty different from what I was initially getting. I do kind of feel like what I said previously still kind of resonates here. Let me kind of look at this. So definitely one message here is that this person who's got their eye on you is actually like afraid to get involved with you. Like they're very tempted by you. But for some reason, and especially, okay, we have like quite a few different stories now, and a lot of them are very different from each other. Some very positive messages coming through and some kind of negative ones. So hopefully we'll get to your situation. But for some of you, it's like, yes, this person is afraid to get involved with you, although they're very like enticed by you. They're tempted by you. They want to get involved, but they feel like they can't for some reason. It's forbidden. And they might have a lot of fears in kind of indulging in this connection for some reason. Okay, wisteria marriage. So for some of you, it could be the reason why is because they're in a connection. That's only if you know that to be true and you resonate with that. Otherwise, this is probably not your version of the story. So hang tight. But yeah, it's like someone who's in a connection but attracted to you and tempted by you. They can't get involved, obviously, because they're in a connection, and that would be wrong. And they feel like there's not much that they can do. And it may be that this person is not sure if, if you're wondering, like, okay, you sense that this person's attracted to you and, like, maybe wants to pursue you, but they're in a connection and maybe they've, given you signs or something that they've considered leaving that connection. I think that they're still kind of undecided, but they still think about it and they're not sure. I feel like, and this could be messed up for some of you, especially if you do resonate with this, because it's like, although they're not sure about leaving a connection to be with you, they're still determined to keep your attention. So, especially if you've been waiting on this person for a long time to like maybe make a decision, just be careful of that and be cautious of that, because that could be a sign that this person's not, I don't know, this is looking a little scary. That's not too good, but that's one message I'm seeing. I think otherwise, another message here is also a little bit negative. Okay, before we get into the other negative one way you could identify this person is if you are in a connection and this person is interested in you, but they know that you're in a connection, So they're fearful of, you know, kind of approaching you and trying to pursue something with you because you're kind of already tied up with someone else. But it's still kind of the same message where they still want to keep your attention. And yeah, it's like they could be worried that nothing will come of this situation because you're already interested in someone else or you're already committed to someone else. So that's like kind of the most positive scenario that I'm seeing here. But the other one is kind of the worst one, and I'm gonna say it anyways, even though it sounds bad, because that's just what I'm seeing and it might resonate for some of you. And you might just need to kind of hear it to confirm things. Can this cookie jar be straight? Sorry. Sometimes I'm just like, okay, I'm not gonna worry about it. Sorry. So the other sort of message is that this person is curious about you, still, like, you know, tempted by you, but maybe it could be with the wisteria, like, yes, they want commitment and they're looking for that sort of thing. And so maybe when you met this person, it was very much kind of like a topic of discussion, and, you know, this person was kind of seeing if they match with you, if you're a good match. And it could be that it's like this person is kind of determined to, like, especially if you resonate with this person has ghosted you, I feel like you would be more likely to resonate with this message, which is they're determined to kind of keep a distance and show a sort of lack of interest, which would be like not messaging you, not responding, clearly, very clearly showing not much interest. And it's because they're still looking for the one, and maybe they didn't think that, you know, you two were compatible enough or something like that. And I know that's harsh, and I'm sorry, but that could be like a message that resonates. And it's like they might have their attention on you maybe because they feel a bit guilty for doing that or something. But I would say maybe it's most of you actually resonate with the first or second sort of message that I got there, because then it would make more sense why this person would have like their attention on you, their eye on you. But yeah, that's your reading, pile one. I saw 44 on the clock too, so I feel like that might be a good omen for you, that things are better than they seem, or at least you're kind of protected through this situation. So I hope that, you know, you stay positive, and I'd love to have you back in a future reading. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next pile. Bye. Pile 2. It's so funny how I say that this time I'm gonna, you know, do a shorter reading, and it's so funny because, like, in my day-to-day life, like, I am a silent person. Like, you cannot even get me to talk most of the time, and then I turn on the camera and I'm like a professional rambler. I don't know what comes out of me, but I guess I just love to ramble in these readings. But I was intending for these readings to be a bit shorter. But let's see who's got their eye on you. Pile 2. And so yeah, you chose the butterfly image if you chose based off of the thumbnail. So let's see. So you have the 5th house, passion. So that's nice. So for you guys, the person who's got their eye on you, well, there's the 5th house, and that makes me think of dating. So it definitely, for some of you, could be someone that you're interested in dating, someone that you are dating, someone that you maybe did date previously. This could also be someone who's very creative. We do see an easel here, so I do feel like for some of you this could be someone who's an artist, someone who's very creative. Maybe you guys connect through art. You've shown each other pictures of your art. Let's see. And then also with the 5th house, I would say this could be someone who's very fun and can have like a sort of childlike energy to them. Maybe they're good with kids, or it could be someone who's like very excitable. Okay. Then we have conquer. We have office, ambition, hardworking, goal-oriented, career productive, professional, organized, consistent. So that's cool because, obviously the fifth house, I kind of associate that with Leo, the zodiac sign. So maybe for some of you, not obviously not all of you, I don't know, maybe this person could have Leo in their chart somewhere, but and it definitely for some of you that could be true because just personally, I've had a lot of Leo people close in my life, and all of them are like hard workers. Like, and we have hard working right here. So maybe for some of you, you could know this person from work. And this is someone who gets things done at work. I was kind of thinking, like I told you in the beginning, I'm a silent person outside of these readings for the most part. I don't talk very much. And especially at work, it's like, unless I have like a specific reason to talk to someone, I usually don't really talk much. And so, yeah, maybe for some of you, it's like, maybe this person can be a bit silent when they're at work, or, they really get their stuff done. It's like I come into work and I work. I'm not necessarily here to make friends. So yeah, I don't know, maybe this person, for some of you, not all of you, because I do sense, like, for a lot of you with the fifth house energy, this is someone who's, like, optimistic and fun and maybe very social, actually. But yeah, something about them, like, either this person from work, and that's who's got their eye on you, or this is someone who's very much ready to get things done. I feel like they could be very straightforward in their speech. And yeah, it could be that this person is quite busy, like they fill up their schedule with many things to do. Not only like work, but maybe also side projects and hobbies. Like, I feel like this person could be quite busy for some of you. Yeah, let's see what else. We have owl. Maybe someone who's wise. Yeah, and that also with this owl energy. Sometimes I could read this energy as a bit of a more quiet energy because the owl is wise. The owl sits up at the on the branch of the tree and like kind of just observes everything from up above. So it's like, I would say this person could be quite intuitive. This person watches a lot more than maybe you realize. I feel like definitely if you work with this person might be quite sneaky when they look at you. Like, maybe they know just the right time to look away before you're looking at them. So it's like you would never even know that they were even looking in your direction. For some of you that could resonate. But yeah, I do feel like this is someone who's definitely interested in you and picks up like a lot about you. Definitely pays attention. It's like and yeah, this is definitely could be someone who is romantically attracted to you, since we have that fifth house energy. And yeah, it's just that this I feel like for some of you it's like this person like notices you without even, so okay, I don't know if this is a great example, but like something that I think about, especially at work, which is funny, is, and this might be a little bit judgmental, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm gonna be honest. If I see someone walking down my way, and I'm like very clearly gonna be in their way and they're heading towards me, automatically, like, my first reaction is get my stuff out of the way so I'm not inconveniencing someone and they can get through. A lot of people will look at you and know that you're like heading in their direction, but they will still just stand there right in the way. And I think this person might notice things a lot, and it's like they may, like, for example, I don't know, you have keys, like work keys that sound a certain way, and maybe they've memorized the way your specific keys sound, so they would know when you're coming before you even see them. Or it's something like, maybe they're looking at you through their peripheral vision, so they're just like staring. It looks like they're staring off in the distance, but they are very aware that you're there. Or it's like, yeah, it's just that this person's very much aware of you and paying attention to you. Okay. So we have a win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. Some Libra energy here. Now, okay, that's a little cute because, especially if you do like this person and you're interested in this person as well, just because, like, I don't know, maybe you guys feel this way. Definitely tell me in the comments if you feel comfortable. If you have any certain like zodiac signs that you like pair together as like they're cute matches in your mind or something like that. For me, Leo and Libra is one of those. I think of them as like a cute couple. So yeah, I don't know, maybe it's like this is someone who thinks you would be a cute couple. Also, maybe this is someone who feels like they work really well with you, that you two get a lot done together. Or it's just something about this person feeling like, yeah, especially with this Libra energy, I do feel like they kind of look at you as like a potential partner. And even for some of you, it doesn't have to be romantic. Maybe this is just like you connect through a certain passion or like a specific art that you do. And maybe you work with this person in some way. And I would think they would say like you two get a lot done together, you work really well together, you guys understand each other. Like maybe, yeah, I would say maybe this person would think that you two share like an intuitive connection. You can like kind of read each other's thoughts, and yeah, that sort of like, oh, I know that you're heading my way, so I'm going to move out of the way so you can get through. Like maybe there's a lot of like non-verbal communication between you two if you interact with this person close up. Like you just kind of put something, I don't know, it's like, I'm not gonna ramble about it because I will ramble, and it's not really that important. But yeah, I feel like some non-verbal communication, very intuitive sort of like connection you might have. So we have the Queen of Swords. We've got the Six of Swords. And the Three of Swords. Okay. This is so fun because this happened in pile 1 where I was getting like this story with these cards up here before I pulled the tarot. And then like as soon as I pulled the tarot, I was like, whoa, we've got so many stories now. And I feel like that's gonna happen here too. But I'm gonna have to like kind of take a second here. So I definitely feel like it might, and it probably should resonate for you guys that this person is someone who is a bit like shy or maybe doesn't talk a lot. There's something about like coming out of their shell. Either this is someone who's determined to kind of like break out of their shell and be more confident to kind of like approach you and talk to you, especially if this is like your secret admirer at work or something like that. I definitely feel like that could resonate. It also could resonate for some of you if you are close with this person and you like work with this person or something like that, that they feel like they were able to actually break out of their shell with you. Like maybe they're a lot more comfortable with you than a lot of other people, or like this could be someone who took a long time to open up, and that's who's got their like eye on you, is someone that they've opened up to you, but it took a long time. But it feels like they're happy that they got to that point with you. that sort of like maybe level of comfortability. Um, and we have the Queen of Swords and the Three of Swords. And I feel like the way you could identify this person is that this person feels like, especially if you do work with this person, and maybe this is someone who is a little bit nervous to be around you in some way, or they're like your secret admirer, they could feel like maybe you seem disinterested. They're like worried that you're not interested. And yes, with like what I was saying about like maybe this person, like you wouldn't even know that this person was aware of your presence. It's like they've already seen you, or they're looking at you through their peripheral vision or something like that. um that the reason for that, if some of you resonate with that, could be because like they're too afraid to look at you directly because they get this sense that you would reject them, or maybe they felt rejected in the past when they kind of like felt like they were bold enough to like look at you or see you or talk to you or something like that. They could feel like you're a little bit hard to get close to. Maybe you're even a little bit difficult to get to know. um, so yeah, I do feel like this person might have taken a little bit of a step back and kind of observing you from afar because they're worried they could get rejected. And it definitely feels like either this person deals with some insecurities, some shyness, or fears of rejection. Ding dong. Um, and I think this is someone who thinks a lot about like gaining the courage to kind of just approach you, speak to you more, things like that. So yeah, I hope this resonates with you, Pile 2. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you back in the next reading. Bye. Okay, Pile 3, welcome to your reading. So let's see, who's got their eye on you? Who's got their attention on you? You have debilitate. Sorry, well, let me say that again. Debilitated discomfort. Okay, so this card talks about being out of your element, being a little bit uncomfortable, but being like pushed to grow also. So this could be someone who's in a new arena in life in some way. Maybe this is someone who's, I don't know, I guess I'm thinking about work since Pile 2 work came up in that reading, but I don't know, someone at a new job. It's like they have to adjust to it and get used to it. I was also thinking for some of you, maybe this is someone who's recently started like a new diet or exercise routine. Like also with this discomfort is making me think of like soreness from working out. And it's like, although it's uncomfortable, there's your proof that, you know, what you did was effective and you're growing. So this is someone who is growing, but it might be uncomfortable in some way for them. Or maybe right now their environment is like uncomfortable in some way. And one interesting thing, because I will admit, I had to look at the book for this card, because I am familiar with like a lot of astrology, but not all of it. And I thought it was interesting that it said here that, you know, like for example, Mercury is the least mercurial when it's in Pisces, opposite the sign Virgo, which it rules. Here, Mercury can bestow a great mind, but in an intuitive, integrated, imaginative way, not a mind to escape in purely intellectual pursuits. I thought that was kind of interesting because, like, as an example, like my boyfriend has Mercury in Pisces, and it's interesting because, like, a lot of the times necessarily, he is emotional. He thinks in like maybe very emotional ways, and yeah, it can be quite intuitive. Like sometimes I'm like, how the hell did you know that? And then other times I'm like, okay, what are you thinking? But like, yeah, I don't know, maybe for some of you that resonates with your person. Like sometimes they come across as like kind of a genius, and you're like, where did that come from? And then other times you're like, okay, what are you even talking about right now? I don't know, something, maybe something like that. um for some of you, we have leisure. Okay, maybe yeah, this is someone, okay, someone who likes to relax. I also find this funny, especially if this is someone who is trying to diet or do a new exercise routine. Like maybe this is someone who prefers to kind of lay around, maybe be a bit lazy, and they don't really like to get up and do the hard thing. So maybe it's like this person has been practicing having more self-discipline lately, and it's uncomfortable for them because they'd rather be lazy and like just have their time to just lay around. We have closet, clearing out something new, moving in slash out, making room, skeletons behind closed doors, and hide. Yeah, for some of you actually, maybe it's like this person would benefit from starting new things or getting up and doing the hard work. I'm gonna pause the video real quick. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, so I feel like for some of you it's that this person doesn't really for some of you actually, maybe it's this person is moving. Like we have moving in slash out, and maybe it's like they're uncomfortable with all the packing that they're gonna have to do, all the moving everything, and they kind of just wish they could just like not do these things and kind of just like have their time to be lazy. Yeah, it's either that, like this person doesn't want to do something and they'd rather just kind of relax and take it easy, not put in too much work or effort. Um, or it's this is someone who's suddenly putting in more effort than they recently were, or changing something about their life, and it maybe involves a lot more effort or a lot more work, and they might be a little bit uncomfortable with it, a little bit tired, and wish they kind of got a break or something like that. Okay, we have chambered nautilus. Oh, that's so cool, actually, with what I was saying about my boyfriend. Because this card kind of like talks about the combination of like, I would say like the intellect and intuition combined. And I was thinking like, with my boyfriend, sometimes I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? And other times I'm like, how the hell did you know that? Um, and so maybe it's like this person might resonate with that, or it's like, I do kind of sense a like kind of a dual nature to this person. Yeah, where it's like they are ambitious in some way, maybe, but they still like to kind of just relax and do nothing. So maybe they kind of flip flop between one or the other. Okay, and we have don't let your past hold you back. Yeah, no, I do feel like, okay, for a lot of you, it's this person. It's like, okay, I get it now. I don't necessarily feel like for all of you, it's like this person's just ambitious and also lazy. I think it's more like maybe this person's had health problems. It's like with that sort of like new diet, new exercise routine, like maybe it's that this person never planned on doing things that way, but maybe they had a sort of health crisis that scared them and made them realize like, oh, I should actually take care of myself, or I should actually put in effort. So this is someone who I feel like, again, maybe didn't have a lot of ambition, and maybe it's like their ambition came from some sort of fear. Maybe it's like a fear I'm running out of time, fear that my health might deteriorate, and I need to do something. Like, so someone who was smoking and they noticed some health problems due to it, um, and yeah, like they want to change it, but it's not comfortable. It's not what they're used to, but this is something where it's like they're doing it for a reason, and it's not necessarily just because they want to do it and they just, they love to do it. It's more because they feel like they should do it, or they have to do it if they want to, like, succeed in some way or be healthy. Who talking in the background, I'm sorry. It's making me distracted. So we have the Four of Swords, we have the Knight of Pentacles, and then we also have the World. Yeah, no, for sure. I definitely feel like this is someone who realized something, maybe about their life. Like, it became clear to them that they're not invincible, they're not immortal. Like, it feels like for some of you that this person maybe got a wake-up call in some way, and they're like, I need to change or things are gonna fall apart. So it's like, yeah, they definitely weren't planning on it before, but now they feel as if they have to. This is someone who naturally, I think, likes to take things slow. Yeah, this could be someone who's naturally quite patient, likes to take things slow, doesn't like to be rushed, or doesn't normally just move very quickly. And yeah, I feel like this could be something like, I've already explained it, but yeah, just like realizing that a way they were doing something was like not helping them and harmful. And it got to a point where it had to bother them enough to actually want to change it. Because for a lot of you, it feels like this person was already aware of what they were doing was causing damage or not working out or something like that. And they were aware of it, but it wasn't bad enough for them to want to change it, because this feels like they have to. They feel they have to. They have no choice at this point, or something like that. Because even with this Four of Swords is kind of like trapped. Like, I'm trapped in this situation. I have no way out but to actually do the hard work and get it done. And if I want to do better, feel better, I'm just gonna have to do it. So yeah, actually, I feel like this is someone who's made quite a lot of changes and actually might have overcome either certain, like, issues within their motivation to not actually get up and do things, and they've, like, kind of overcome that, and they're like, oh, I should do that. I know how to do that now. Like, maybe this person got out of a depression. They had some sort of illness that caused this wake-up call to make them make healthier changes and something like that. So they've, like, definitely come out of some sort of cycle that they were in, like some sort of cycle they were trapped in. And maybe for some of you it could just be that, this person is, like, some of the, like, funner messages I said before, like moving somewhere or something like that, and this person wants to take their time and they're tired and maybe their muscles are sore and they don't normally do this and it's uncomfortable, but they have to, they don't let your past hold you back. I have to move, I have to, go to this new place. So it could be that for some of you. But yeah, I hope these messages did resonate with you, pile 3. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Okay, pile 4. So you guys chose the little flower circle image on the thumbnail. So let's see who's got their eye on you at this time. So we have the first house, arrival. It's kind of like Aries energy a little bit here. And I was just thinking, because I remember that this was your card for pile 4. And it's always been so interesting to me that Aries have been kind of described as like angry or aggressive, which is so strange because I feel like pretty much every Aries person I've met have been like sweethearts. Like they're so kind and like the nicest people. It's like some of the nicest people I've met have been Aries people. Um, so, anyways, yeah, maybe this is someone who's very kind, very sweet, very nice person. But also, since we have the first house here, maybe this is someone who's new to you, someone you've just recently met, especially since, like, the first house is kind of like the impression we give others. So, yeah, maybe this is someone who just recently met you, and it's like they've only just kind of had a first impression of you. Yeah, let's see. This could also be for some of you someone who's very like focused on their body in some way or their appearance. Maybe they like to look good and maybe they have good style. Let's see what else we have. So we have morning. Okay. Interesting. This is an intuitive message, so it probably doesn't resonate for everybody, but for some of you it could actually be this person who has their eye on you. This could be someone who has recently mourned, a death in their life. Obviously, that's not for everybody, but for some of you, if you know someone who recently, like someone recently passed away in their life, this person could be kind of mourning that person. And in general, maybe it's like something has ended in their life and they're kind of grieving over that. And it could also be for some of you that this person does think to the past quite a bit. Yeah, so maybe they're a little bit sentimental or they think back to the past. We have suitcase, travel, and it's so funny because we got this sort of energy in pile 3. Like maybe like moving somewhere. Now you have suitcase. So, and it is making me think for some of you, maybe it's like they're mourning a place they used to live. Yeah, definitely if any of you chose pile 3 and pile 4, this might make a lot of sense. And maybe that's why this is coming out. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it could be this is someone who has recently moved away from somewhere and they're like kind of missing it. They're a little bit sentimental, and yeah, it's like change could be hard for this person. And yeah, if it's not that this person physically moved somewhere, I do feel like this person has been through some sort of maybe drastic change in their life, and it's like their life as they knew it is, kind of gone. They're maybe having to restart in some way. Definitely could make sense if like this is like the new kid in town, or like this is someone who moved like in your town recently or something like that. Especially with this being like a first impression energy. Okay, so we have dawn. Yeah, and actually for some of you, maybe it's like you met this person while you were traveling. Because I also get like for some of you, it could be that this person's constantly meeting new people because they're traveling and they're constantly having to sort of leave people behind or leave places behind. And that's interesting too because dawn in this deck, it's a nocturnal animal deck. So the dawn, which is the start of our day, is actually the end of the nocturnal animals day. So an ending, right? So yeah, it's definitely like this person has been through some sort of ending and maybe they're sad about it. They're kind of adjusting to changes and they're kind of like missing their old life right now. That's kind of what I'm getting. We have bring love into the situation. New moon is in Aquarius. Huh. Okay, let's see. I'm going to pull more cards before I talk about that card. We have the Hermit. So we have some Virgo energy here. We have the Two of Wands. And we have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, that's like very clear. Okay. So yeah, this is definitely someone who had to walk away. It feels like either from people or a place that they were very like attached to in some way. So it's like if this is someone who recently left your life, I would say it's like they're really missing. Like especially if this person moved away, like maybe they're missing the place they used to live, they're missing the people they used to hang around, then that could be you that they're missing. And it's interesting because it does in some way, it feels kind of similar to pile 3 because like making big changes. And it's a little bit different for pile 3, like specifics, but like yours specifically is like, so yeah, it's like this person had to do something, like go somewhere new, go on a new adventure. And wherever they're going, it could be that this person has, you know, been kind of a hermit in your life, like you haven't heard from this person. Otherwise, you know, if you resonate with this being like a new person in your life, I think this is someone who's, especially if this is someone who's like new to the area, it's like they don't really know how to get out there yet. They feel like, yeah, it's just like it kind of, yeah, again feels a little similar to pile 3 where it's like there's an adjustment period where this person's a little bit uncomfortable with the changes at first and they're getting used to it. And it could be that they're a little bit overwhelmed right now, so they're kind of like being a hermit, staying in. I mean, it's interesting since we have this suitcase and hermit energy, which is like there's a dual sort of nature coming out of pile 3's person, and I sense the same thing here, where it's like someone who wants to stay in, someone who doesn't really want to go out but they have to travel, or it's like this person. It feels like this is someone who didn't want to leave a situation, especially yeah, we have the Eight of Cups. So someone who didn't want to leave, but they had to, and they're missing the old place, they're missing the old life, old people, and it's hard for them to kind of like get used to it. I feel like this person is having a hard time. Maybe they're a little bit depressed right now or like low on energy, and I feel like they're trying to do things to like maybe a little bit of self-care, and trying to make them feel better through the situation. I feel like for some of you, if this is someone who left your life, the messages still kind of are there where it's like this person is getting used to it, this person's a little sad about it, and it can be that there's like a peaceful energy with this person. I don't necessarily sense if this is a connection that has ended, that this is someone who's feeling like they can come back, but they still want to be on good terms, is what I'm getting. And it could be for those of you who this is someone who moved away because you're like, maybe you were in a relationship with this person and that relationship ended and they had to kind of like go in their own direction. Yeah, it's still like this person's still kind of like adjusting to it, kind of sad about it, and kind of like starting to get into wanting to feel more optimistic about it, starting to kind of pick themselves back up and see what's out there in the world and maybe not be so down and sad or something like that. So I don't know. I hope these messages did resonate with you. Your pile was a little shorter than the rest. It was kind of straightforward, but yeah, I do hope that it resonated, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye!